maybe they didn't classify it as East and West then, but here's a dude on the West Coast dancing around, and in his first national look decides he's going to diss basically the kings of hip hop at that time. They haven't started the East Coast West Coast war.
Whoa.
Okay.
Give it to me.
Okay.
Pause.
All right. In his very first national video, you know, that when he was on Capitol Records.
Talking about Run DMC?
In the beginning of the video, he has these three dudes in the Godfather hats and dirty white tees talking about, oh, Hammer, why you do this to me? And it's like, it can't be nobody else but Run DMC. And the thing is, like, it didn't come out of nowhere that people on the East Coast didn't like Hammer. All right. For you to diss, who are you to say anything about Run DMC? Run DMC is why anybody can go tour in an arena right now. So for him to jump out the window and in his first national look, diss Run DMC, he's the one who kicked off a lot of bad feelings on the East Coast about not only Hammer, but just the West Coast in general. And so, like, when you watch the Gas Face video, like, you got to realize
that was on them.
That was on. But that's Def Jam. You notice DMC is in that video. And so that's where a lot of, you know, you think LL, that sat well with him. That's why LL had to put him on the Break of Dawn. So
and Ice-T.
See, yeah, you know, Ice-T, that was a whole thing about LL, them not wanting to put LL in the Zulu Nation. There's a lot of science behind that.
Okay.
Because Ice-T was down with Africa Islam, who had connects to the Zulu, you know, so Ice-T was tied in with the Zulu Nation. Okay, and they were like, you know, LL wants to be down, and he feels like Ice-T and maybe Africa Islam had a part in him not being down.
I just now picked up that part. That's what he meant by it. What the fuck? I think I conquered the world, crushed Mo D, Hammer, and Ice-T's curl.
Exactly.
Got you. Okay.
So, but, you know, honestly, like, people just think that might have came out of nowhere. The people on the East Coast not feel Hammer. No. He kicked it off in his first national look.
I can see that, and I seen that, but I don't think it was a lot of animosity like that. It escalated kind of crazy.
I mean, and you know, and I think Hammer kind of answered it in the Turn This Mother Out video where it said, Hammer, you ain't hitting in New York.
Oh, yeah.
So what you got to say about that, Hammer? Now, mind you, MTV Raps was based in New York, and I remember that video played crazy on MTV Raps, especially, you know, on the Saturday version. So I'm just saying there was some... maybe they didn't classify it as East and West then, but here's a dude on the West Coast dancing around, and in his first national look decides he's going to diss basically the kings of hip hop at that time.
Is that why Ice Cube went on them too?
Ice Cube just didn't like anybody who didn't show their teeth.
Coonery. Yeah.
So I thought that was actually unfair of Ice Cube to do that, and true to the game. Because you knew who he was talking about.
Niggas always got to show their teeth. Now I'm going to be brief.
You know, and had the dude all damn. It was DJ Pooh, in fact, in the video. I thought that was kind of uncool for Cube to do. You know,
I ain't mad at anybody can get it, man. This is
I love that record too.
Yeah. You know what? I loved it, but I felt I felt some kind of way about Death Certificate because here I am. You know, my dad's got a nice job in corporate America. I live in the suburbs. I got white, Asian, and Jewish friends. Like, some of that stuff made me feel some kind of way. I remember Ice Cube being my...
You felt like you was a sellout?
I was like, was he talking about me and my family? You know, I loved Ice Cube and didn't want to meet him. If somebody said, you want to meet Ice Cube, I'd be like, I'm good.
And that is your hip-hop history lesson from the new old heads.